What's up, guys, and welcome back to 8 Count. So guys, we're back with another video. It's been, I think, 2 weeks now since the aftermath of the whole Joshua and Usyk episode. So I thought I'd just catch up, and obviously the aim of the video today is probably potentially find out and discuss the future of AJ's career. Obviously AJ lost against Usyk in the Saudi, and looking back now after a week, my opinions on the fight is just that Usyk was the better boxer. Now obviously I feel like a lot of us bought into the fact that AJ's got a new trainer, AJ's improved, he just has to plant his feet and just hit and just use the size, as everyone was saying. But I think that a lot of people fail to realise is that Usyk has most of the time always fought bigger fighters. He's come up from middleweight, so he's always seen that strength. He's always seen that strength. Now I don't think Joshua's got a remarkable sort of that freakish power that Deontay Wilder has, but he's seen that sort of strength. He's seen that sort of style in his amateur level, so he knows what he's dealing with basically. And I feel like a lot of people, and he knows that skills would win him the fight, which did. If you look up the 10th, 11th, 12th round, it was just pure skill. It was pure hot and pure skill, and Joshua, left his open his gas tank. So I think now it begs the question, where does Anthony Joshua go from here? So obviously the pressure is in a way sort of off from Joshua. He's right now, I guess, back to the drawing board, as boxers would say, and now it all depends where he wants to sort of regain that career. Now I think potentially, I know a lot of people are saying, I think Eddie Hearn recently came out in an interview that he wants to do a world tour, which I think is a great thing to do, to be fair, just cut some slack, to relax a bit. But at the same time, he said he wants to fight. I want him to fight Dillian Whyte. Now I think the Dillian Whyte fight is a bit too early right now. I think because Joshua has been back to back with good fight. I would say he needs a touch up. He needs like a Spoker, or like someone just that. I think Spoker is southpaw. Someone is southpaw, like a B to C level fighter southpaw, and just trying to get used to more. I don't want him to fight six, like hardcore orthodox fighters and then jump in with Usyk if he does have to. But you just want him to sort of like gain more and more momentum, and you don't want to be hurt, because last time he got hurt in the White fight. So I think right now the Dillian Whyte fight is quite soon. I'll rather him fight like a Spoker or like a Chris Arreola or something. I think that's the sort of fight that I want him to come back for, probably around December time. Ideally, let's see if that even happens, because after these losses, boxers do like to take a long fight. Then hopefully, depending on the scale of things, build him in a match where he could fight the likes of Dillian Whyte. Then I would like to see Dillian Whyte, and just to gain a momentum, because from the grand spectrum of things, Fury is still retired, but you would think that Alexander Usyk will hold the belt for a long time. Now you need a proper training, a proper build up of skills, where you can then go for to fight against Usyk again, knowing that from the past two fights and a lot more experiences, you don't want to be fighting like pushovers and then jumping in straight with Usyk, if that makes sense. So it has to be a gradual setup. So my top three opponents would be Spoker, Dillian Whyte, and I don't want to really push it, but I would say someone like a Joy Joyce, or like not even Joy Joyce, maybe. I think like Michael Hunter, a shorter guy who's come up from cruiserweight. Someone like a Michael Hunter, I feel like would be a really good fight for Joshua. Actually, not even a Joy Joyce. I feel like just because he has that size, moving up and down, like the lighter side, the quicker on the feet, and I think that would be quite good for Joshua. But it all depends how he wants to take his career. Obviously, there's a training situation. We don't know currently what's happening with the trainer situation. If he's going to go with Robert Garcia, if he's going to still carry on. But I think he should still stick with Robert Garcia for 2 to 3 fights more. See how it is. I feel like there's a lot of pressure on the first fight, A lot of pressure on the British public. You know, everyone's criticizing him, and looking back now, especially with the aftermath of the fight, you have to realize that this guy, love him or hate him, he's been in the spotlight for like nearly all his career, and he's supposed to be this role model. He's supposed to be this Under Armour model, this like, you know, role model for kids and all this sort of things. And when you try everything you can do and you can't be that person, you start to break. And unfortunately, he broke on camera and he had a microphone in, but this is not a good recipe, but it happened. The thing is, we've seen boxing saying a lot of weird shit before, like for instance Mike Tyson's, the stuff he came out with, and like Muhammad Ali. So we can cut him a bit of slack, to be fair. But it's going to be interesting. I think the road to recovery is against Usyk again, if Usyk and Tyson Fury don't fight. But that's my opinion. Looking back at the fight right now, I've watched the fight a couple of times, and I just feel like what usually happens there, because we're so focused on Joshua, like every, you know, he had a tall stance, you know, his hands were tight, everything was right, but we sometimes forget Usyk. Now, I want you guys to watch the fight, but try not to keep your eyes on Joshua, but just look at Usyk, the way he boxes and the way he's playing pattern, and it was just phenomenal. Like he just got beat by the better boxer, and this might sound like really cliche, but like it was brutally the sweet science what Usyk done. But yeah, that's my thoughts. I think obviously let me know, guys, what you think of who should be Joshua's next opponents, and yeah, thank you for listening.